Hi folks, this is Rose from Rose's Garden, and today we're going to work on a couple of pair of earrings using my Jesse James beads, Spirit of the Woods, the Oak Tree bead back. Now I've got two sets of earrings set out here, and there's still a ton of beads in this little box. So we will probably be using some more of these for something else later, but just not right now. So let's put these up. And let's turn down and I will show you what we're going to make. Okay, I've packaged up my beads I'm going to use in each pair of earrings in a separate little baggie. So this is one pair, the other pair here. We've got some ear wires and some head pins. Well, I don't need head pins. I need eye pins. So we're going to turn these into eye pins. Let's put this set away over here, and we will break open this little set here and start with it. Come on, baby. There we go. Tough little seal on that little baggie. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to put this little, isn't that pretty? And then we'll put this guy here. Here. And then we're going to hang this little leaf, like so. Aren't those going to be pretty? So let's turn these into a eye pin instead of a head pin, and we'll show you how to do that. First thing you want to do is you're going to cut off the little metal head. Two of these. Then we're going to take our bell making pliers, and we're going to take our smallest head, and we're going to grab this right at the end, and we're going to twist it over until it either meets or even actually goes slightly beyond. Okay, see how we've done that there? Then take our regular plier, put it into that little loop here, and come on, you bend, and now we have an eye pin. So easy. So if you need it a little bit more, just go ahead and do it. Now as you do that, sometimes the eye will open. That's easily closed. Just push it in. So now let's do that with the second one, and then we'll put our earrings together. Out. See, we have it just like this. Then put our pliers right in here where it joins, where it meets, and twist. There we go. Now we're going to open this just like we would any eye pin to put our little charm on the bottom, and then close her back up. Now if you wanted to, I could have done this just like I would a wrapped loop, but we're not going to this time. So now let's feed our beads on. Now I didn't put a spacer here because this has got this beautiful gold wrap all the way around it, and I decided that good enough works. And the daisy, and then this little guy. Now it looks like this daisy spacer is a little bit bent, so I'm going to take my pliers and see if I can't even that back out. Looks like it's just this one little leg. There we go. Much better. There is this one. So now we do exactly the same to the second. Now what I'm looking for is to see where the break is, so that when I put my other charm on, I'm facing it in the other direction. There we go. And now what we want to do is, of course, make our top loops so we can put on our ear wires. So in order to do that, since of course we want our charm going this way, we got to look at that, see which way we need it to go, and bend our wire to that effect. So now that we've got that bend in, we want to take our round nose, or in my case, I use my bell making pliers on the smallest, and we're going to wrap that top loop. So just put it in there, wrap around, drop it down, bring her around, and then sort of make sure she's in the shape you want her to be. Now, when we put our ear wire on, we want to make sure that we put it on backwards to the way we want it to end up. So since I want this to be the front, we take our ear wire and slide it on the back of the ear wire facing us, then over and through, and as you see, when it snapped in, it went around. So now that I've got that in, I'm going to get hold of it with my pliers right where they come together. Switch hands. You don't have to switch hands. I switch hands because I prefer to wrap my wires with my right hand as opposed to the left. So if you end up with it, if you do yours by hand, or prefer that it be to this side, you don't have to. Now we'll cut this off. And tuck this in. So here's our first one. As you can see, I've got the loop a little bit crooked up there. So we'll take our pliers and we'll straighten this up some. And there's our first of our 2 earrings done. So now we do exactly the same with this one. So we'll take our pliers, ouch, don't pinch yourself like I just did. Bring this loop around, drop our pliers, bring it around the rest of the way, make sure we're evened out. And now we're going to feed our ear wire on. Come on, baby. On you go. There we go. And now we need to grab it and wrap. cut the little bit of extra off and tuck it in. Always be careful when tucking your wire, because if your beads are glass, you can easily break them. And there is our second earring. But let's make sure I got that top straight. Oh, come on, baby. There is earring number 2. So there's our first pair of earrings all done. Weren't those fun? And they're really cute, delicate. And as I say, there are a ton of beads left in the pack if we wanted to make some more. In fact, I think I could have made a second pair of earrings just like these with what's in there. So anyway, so we're going on now to our second pair of earrings, which I have added a couple of things that were not in the bead pack. And that is these really cool caged crystals. I've had these for a while, looking for something special to put them in. I was thinking they were gold, but when I found them again, they were silver. But that's all right. We're just going to have multi metals. And then I'm also using some crystal rondelle spacers that were not in the batch. Now, this is going to hang, this little oak leaf is going, it's not a leaf, it's a acorn. It's going to hang at the bottom. And this little acorn is a little bit heavy. And its loop is a little bit weird. So we're going to make a slightly bigger loop on these pins this time around. So that we don't have to worry about not having enough. So instead of the smallest one on my bell making pliers, I'm going to use the second. And even though I'm still using the bell making pliers, I'm still just going to make a simple loop at the bottom. I am just making a larger. So we're just going to make a larger loop here. So we're going to use the second step of our bell making pliers as opposed to the first. So we just twist it around like we did the others. We get all the way around like so. Put your pliers right in the loop, right up against where it joins there, where it meets, and give it a twist. Now we'll do that with the second. Like I say, just take your bell making pliers and your second one, twist it around till the wire meets, like so. Now put your pliers in there right at the loop where it comes together and give it a twist, and there is our finished result. So now that those are open like that, we want to take and open these up, and we want to put our acorn on to our loop. So then we'll close that back up. And this one has its acorn on. We'll do the same with this one. And then close it back up. Now that we've got that part done, we're going to feed on our really pretty crystal here. We're going to put it with the loops up, because what we're going to do then is drop this teardrop so it falls right down into the cone part of that. Isn't that pretty? Then we'll put our rondelle, our crystal spacer rondelle on here, and add this little green one here. And there is what our earring is going to look like. Isn't that gorgeous? Now we want to make sure that our teardrop is seated down in here pretty good. And then we're going to put our ear wire on. Bend that 90 degrees. Get our bell making pliers back out, this time with the little one. Up and around and over, drop and bring her over here. And there we go with our lollipop shape. And now we want to feed our ear wire on backwards. So feed her onto the wire, over and around, and there she is. So then we'll grab our wires right where they come together, switch hands, bring our wire around and wrap it. Now I'm going to want to get this wrapped all the way around as much as possible because I want it to be relatively tight so that our teardrop stays nestled down there in the bead capture there. So let's, come on baby, let's finish tucking in here. Okay, I'm going to have to grab it again with the other pliers. Push that baby down in there. I think we got her there this time. Yep. And there is what our finished earring is going to look like. Isn't that pretty? So let's just repeat that with the second one, and we'll have our second earring done. So of course, we're simply going to put our little cage on here, then our teardrop. We're going to push it down in there a little bit. Don't want to damage either the crystal or the teardrop or our little crystal trap, but we do want it snugly down in there. And then our crystal rondelle and our little, isn't that pretty? That's the back. We want the front here because I want that little weird little notch on the acorn to face to the back. So get hold of it. And give it its 90-degree bend. Get our bell making pliers out. Put the small side in, up and around. Drop it and bring her over. Feed our ear wire in backwards. See the back? Through, over. Come on, baby, work yourself into there. There we go. And then we're going to grab it with these pliers. So take hold with the others and wrap. I'm going to try and snug one more wrap into here. Not sure if I'll be able to or not. Looks like we've managed. Now that's a little bit crooked. See it, you want that ring to be the same as this one over here up here. So what I'm going to do is take and both of them and give a slight twist so that they're facing the same direction. And there we go. There's earring number 2 with pair number 2. Aren't those pretty? Now these ones, as I said, are a little bit heavy, but oh, aren't those elegant? So flashy and pretty. And then of course our more casual first pair. Those pretty earrings, both pair made with the Jesse James Beads Bead Pack Spirit of the Woods, the Oak Tree. And as I said, there is a ton of beads left in here, including another set of acorns in the gold and also in the copper, though the coppers are connectors. There's a loop on either side. So anyway, there are our 2 pair of earrings. Our first more casual pair that are still really pretty. Let's get those turned a bit so you can see the leaf at the bottom. Okie dokie, there we go. Aren't those pretty? I like them a lot. I think they turned out quite nicely. And then, of course, our really elegant, really flashy caged ones. Just like that. So anyway, there they go. So there's our 2 pair of earrings using our Jesse James Beads Bead Pack Spirit of the Woods, the Oak Tree. Hope you enjoyed making these with me, and we'll talk to you later. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye.